Hello, Libra.
Hello.
We're finally here. If you want to hear why it took so long for us to get to a video, go to the UA and check it out.
Link is down below.
By the way, if you're new, I'm Katie and this is Megan of Those Fucking Angels. You can find us in the links below. We have a lot of info. Go to the
Instagram,
UA.
Facebook.
We also have astrology the astrology portion is in the Universal Agenda, which is why we call it the Universal Agenda.
Along with the card blessing, if that is something that you like to be a part of.
So,
anyways.
Libra, I heard something really awesome. I'm trying to remember who I was listening to. It was, I think, Francisco Prudhomme on YouTube. I was listening to that. Libra is the sign of, it was raising vibrations. Libra is the sign of not balance, but balance through opposites. So you will find yourself stuck in between polarities often because everything's so blown up, so polarized, so this or that, and you're trying to constantly find the balance in between those opposites. I really liked that
so deeply.
I really liked that as a description for Libra. I was like, there was so much more encompassing than just you're the opposite of Aries. Like,
no, I feel that. I am a Libra moon, Libra rising. So that right there, I felt that in the depth of my soul. Like, yes, that is it.
Yeah. I thought you would like that.
Anyways.
I was trying to figure out what a little bit more about my Uranus in the 7th house, and they were saying Uranus in Libra is also similar.
Yeah.
So,
very interesting.
I have some 7th house shit to figure out too. But I don't have any Libra in my chart. I just have a lot of Aries in my chart. So that's still something. Anyway, so Libra, you have the King of Swords to start. Speaking of like clear judgment, considering balance, trying to find the truth during Cancer season, like your head, heart.
He's the masculine side to the intellectual.
He's, Libra is definitely a masculine sign too. Masculine manifestation of Venus. I don't know why I'm stuttering. But he has a bunch of butterflies behind him on the tapestry. So it's like having a very light touch when it comes to your judgment making, having a sense of wisdom and pause and presence to be wise enough to be a king. So there's something about that, and we'll keep going.
I have an affirmation for you, Libras, and it says all things work together for good. So the negative and positive always end up coming to work together for the good. That's pretty much.
So the unification of opposites. Even if it's bad, it's working for the good. Yeah, that's the same concept as yin yang.
Yeah, you're able to process both and just kind of like integrate into one.
So, Libra, what is coming? Like, this is so weird. You have the Ace of Wands reversed. Where are you finding yourself stagnant in your energy? Like, are you feeling like you have such a concentration of being fair, logical, linear, that you're losing your passion in life? Like, you just don't have, like, you have it all together and you're bored. Because you're just like, you're missing, like, passionate opportunities here.
Okay, so I just totally thought about Gavin Newsom because
that's what we call him. He's in California. Our governor is Gavin Newsom,
so and we call him Gavin
because I'm a little bit weird. Like one day it came to me, and I'm like Gavin Newsom, and it stuck. So
but we looked him up, and he is a Libra. Okay, and I really feel like he's feeling sick of all this COVID shit. He's just over it.
He's tired of having to deal with so many people at once. And he's tired of having to have the lightest touch. He either wants to rectify the opposites
or shut everything the fuck down. He's having a really hard time actually being that middle ground. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is just because I'm feeling like it's similar.
It does look like he's gonna blow a blood vessel in his eye every time he's on TV.
Yeah, so he's done with this shit. And hey,
oh my god.
hey, who knows? He might watch this video and be like, "They're totally right."
The idea of Gavin Newsom watching this. Oh my god, that shit makes me want to cry. It's not gonna happen.
I know.
It's so not gonna happen. I
I'm
should
just-
hashtag Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, this one.
Oh my god.
Hey.
He is sick of this shit though. But I mean,
Aren't we
who
all,
isn't?
though?
Who literally
Like, yeah.
isn't?
So aren't we all? But anyway, so now I have a quote to meditate on. Because he probably really needs to do some heavy meditating at the end of each day, at the beginning of each day, and probably in the middle of each day. There's a lot of meditating going on for that man to keep his cool. No matter how many excellent deeds you may have performed for 1,000 eons, such as generosity or making offerings to the Buddhas, they all perish in one fit of anger.
Bruh.
Keep your cool, Libra. Like, this is one of those times you are literally being pushed
That's
to
why-
the motherfucking edge.
That's why, because, like, if you were to take apart in your passions right now, you would burn everything to the ground. Like, open enemies, open friends. This is your open enemies moment. Like, you're holding back, you're using your logic, because if you didn't... Yeah,
I
that.
feel you. Like, that's why I'm kind of getting a little bit worked up during this reading. Like,
That makes... Well, you're pressed. You're trying to... That's why you're an emotionally mature king, because that's the wise thing to do right now. It is not the time, probably, to... I mean, I always want to say, like... You have to let it out sometime. This is going to be a pressure cake if you don't. But try to do it in a diplomatic way.
right, because it's
Tactful, diplomatic.
everything you've worked for, everything you've been trying to put together, they all perish in one fit of anger. So, it's not worth an explosion. So, whatever you do, no explosions the month of July.
Maybe some interpretive dance. Maybe take a paintball gun out and create some art out of anger.
I like that.
Throw some plates. Get some cheap plates and throw them. Make a
Correct.
mosaic. There's ways to release some tension that's mental. Like, this is
It'll
building up
help
too
you
much.
just...
You need to play a little bit. Some sort of, like, I would say, like, if you have a chance to get alone and have a child day, like regressing into childhood for a minute and doing whatever makes that little kid happy, whether it's eat gummy bears and play video games all day, or
take a little vacation, get away, regroup.
do some mushrooms, whatever you have to do for that head change in the moment.
Smoke
And
some weed. I don't
Come
know.
back into yourself. Breathing is really important for you right now, being the air sign that you are and the king that's trying to hold it together. There's an opportunity on the other side of this, but first you must keep your calm. Can you do that?
We'll see.
Anyway,
We'll hope.
poor
We hope.
Libra.
We hope. All right, Libra. This concludes your reading from your girls, and we will see you next month.
Hey, and if Governor Newsom is watching this, please hit us up. We're gonna know. All right. All right. Bye.